Vlogmas number 3. December 3rd, y'all. What's going on? What did I just get done doing? I just got done watching Ambitions, so that's why this is a little bit late in the gate, but it is what it is. Ambitions was popping. We got 2 episodes next week. I'm hyped. Ambitions just gets better and better with every episode. Essence Atkins, as an actress, when you see her, you think of Half and Half. You think of, I think she was on Saved by the Bell briefly. She was actually supposed to be on the College Years spinoff, but for whatever reason, you think of Smart Guy. You think of all these different shows that she's done. And she's on Ambitions, and she's just this dramatic actress. She's done so many comedic movies with Marlon Wayans and all this other stuff, and she really is popping on that show. Her and Robin Givens and Brian White, and Bradley Evans, they're a great, great, great cast. Let's think. Mary J. Blige got a documentary coming out, and it's so crazy because a good friend of mine, we was just talking about how legends make big moves, as they get higher in the game, and as they get older, they don't make, small moves, they make chess moves at the end of the day. And she's got a documentary coming out with Amazon, and, it's going to dig deep into her life. She just celebrated the 25th anniversary of My Life. I'm not that much older than the My Life album, but My Life, the album, as I grew up on Mary's music, because my mother is a huge Mary J. Blige fan, growing up on Mary's music, My Life definitely was played in my house a lot, as well as, The Breakthrough, Share My World. My mom was a really big fan of the Mary album and the Love and Life albums specifically. But yeah, congrats to Mary J. Shout out to the Queen. I met her earlier this year in July, and that was a life-changing experience. Mary J is just one of the sweetest people. She actually congratulated me on the release of my own work and, the stuff that I'm doing musically, and she's just a very, very down-to-earth lady. Meeting her, we didn't speak for very long, but she's an incredible spirit to be around. Let me see, what else is going on in the world? What y'all been up to, man? Y'all don't tell me nothing. Claude Kelly recently came out talking about... what did he say? Oh, about the Bionic album by Christina Aguilera. He was very instrumental behind the scenes, and he said that there were some things as to why that era was sabotaged, and he blamed it on blogging and different things that were going on. And I guess a lot of people were trying to say that Christina Aguilera wanted to be Lady Gaga during that era because of the similarities and all that good stuff, but either way, it doesn't take away from Christina's skills. It doesn't take away from Lady Gaga's skills. And it hasn't taken away from Christina's legacy because she's still working. She's still booked. She's been touring. She dropped a new album last year. And she's had like 2 residencies at this point. So, good for her. Let's think. Oh, so Diva Simply Singing happened. And this is an event that Cheryl Lee Ralph does every single year. And it raises money for like cancer and AIDS and all this different research and all these different foundations. And Uncle Frank popped up. Frank Mitchell popped up, and Brandy popped up. And I was looking at it because they did a picture together. And I don't know if anybody knows that Moesha, the cast, reunited on The Real maybe like a year or 2 ago. And apparently there's a reboot in the works as the news is trending. Let's see here. Yeah, 2 years ago it was that they did The Real, and they discussed doing a reboot or whatever the case may be. And yeah, man, you know what? Iconic shows like Moesha, Raven, all these different things that have strong black female leads and strong black casts deserve reboots because they're not the easiest to get. A lot of mainstream, quote unquote, I want to say white sitcoms, those are easy to get reboots. 90210 got a reboot. Dallas got a reboot. Dynasty got a reboot, and the list goes on. Melrose Place got a reboot. All the classic, iconic white shows have been rebooted, but it's been very hard for black shows to get reboots. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's well deserved. I think it's deserved. Moesha still, to this day, reruns that are 20 and 25 years old are iconic episodes. You know the words, you know the lines word for word, you know the scenes, you know exactly what's going to happen. So to hear that Moesha is going to be rebooted, even though we don't have Andel, God rest Yvette Wilson's soul, I believe that was her name, and of course Lamont Bentley, we lost him, and Merlin Santana as well. Merlin played Ohaji on the show, and he played Romeo on the Steve Harvey show, and of course you guys know Lamont Bentley played Hakeem. So it'll be interesting to see how they shape it up. I heard there was going to be a Martin reboot, but maybe they decided to not do it because there is no Tommy. And granted, they could probably carry on a season or two, or maybe a reboot special. But Tommy, you know, everybody on Martin played such a pivotal part. Everybody played such a pivotal role. I ain't gonna say not so much Cole, but you know Tommy and you know his certain sayings and the way his they get that freak on dog, you know, things he would say, the way he would like you know, his crazy laughs and stuff like that. I don't do it as well, but you know, Tommy, you know, you ain't got no job. Who you gonna get to fill in that role? Who you gonna get to put in that position? So I think it's best they leave Martin kind of untouched. Moesha had so many characters. I think it will be interesting to see how it will go. You know, if you bring, and I think you should bring back, you know, Kim, add Monique, and then see how that would go, and then do a Parker spinoff as well, because the Parkers, as part of a reboot of the Parkers, because of course you guys know Moesha came first, and then Countess Vaughn was given her own show with Monique, and that was a spinoff, the Parkers. So I'm definitely interested to see how this is gonna go. I thought originally Moesha would be like a movie or something like that, but hey, I'm all for it. I grew up on the show. Hopefully we get more shows. I would like to see a reboot of, you know, a few different shows. I think Taina was never given a fair chance, if I could speak on that. A show with a strong Afro-Latina lead. They only had one season, which was dope. Taina was great. I don't know where Nickelodeon missed the mark with that, but hopefully we'll get that on the streaming service and maybe a reboot. But that would be dope as a reboot. But we should be getting, hopefully, like I said, we get the Parkers. Y'all can leave Jamie Foxx. That was cool for what it was. Yo, what if they brought the game back? I know the game went a little bit different when they put it on BET, but what if Netflix brought the game? You know, and I'm still waiting on that Sister Sister reboot too. I heard there were some things as to why it didn't happen, but Sister Sister, I need that to happen. If you don't want to do it with Roger, great. I heard that was partially the reason why. Okay, fine. He wasn't a pivotal character like that anyway. The show continued on after he left anyway. You gotta bring Tia Tamara. You gotta bring Tyreek and Jordan. We need to see where everybody's life has gone. You need to bring Lisa, bring Ray. Hopefully Ray has been remarried. You gotta get Miss Tina's husband, Richard Lawson, who ended up marrying Jackie on the show. I think Victor was his name. You gotta get him. Come on, let's get this Sister Sister reboot done. We need that too. Let me think. Yeah, I would love to see a Sister Sister reboot. I'm not sure I want to see too many reboots. But back to the game. Speaking of Tia and Tamara and all that good stuff. The game, I don't feel it ended properly. It started off great when it came back, but where we ended up going, like Tasha not knowing who the father of her child was, and the storylines, it just got really different. And of course, we still need Girlfriends to come back. I pray we see Girlfriends get into development next year. Come on, Tyler Perry, cut that check and get him a spot on your sound stage. You know, give them a spot on the lot at Tyler Perry Studios so we can get Girlfriends rebooted. And you know, who knows what network they can end up on, but we need Girlfriends back. We definitely need the game back. As people remember, the game was actually a spinoff of Girlfriends because Melanie is actually first cousins with Joan. So I would love to see the game come back for a proper final season with Pooch Hall and Tia leading the way. And you know, like I said, a Sister Sister reboot would be dope. And let's get on top of Girlfriends being rebooted as well, because their episode on Blackish was incredible. And it was so good to see their energy and their chemistry to be together again. And they were never really given a fair shot after they ended either. They just were yanked away and we never saw it again. And even their rerun still 19, 20 years later, still iconic, still very relevant, and they were very ahead of their time. When you watch Girlfriends now, it's like, yo, they really was hitting on some stuff. They really were touching on things that nobody was touching on back then that everybody's on today. Mara Brock Akil was definitely on a different wavelength back then. She and Kelsey Grammer, the way they put that show together, it's unmatched. You will never ever get another show like Girlfriends. I love Sisters. Insecure is dope. You'll never get another show like Girlfriends. Anyways, guys, that's it for Vlogmas number 3. It's December 3rd. I will see y'all tomorrow. Let me know what you would like to see rebooted. Any shows, any ideas. I'm pretty sure there's more. Let's continue the conversation tomorrow. Later, y'all.